Happy Magic Monday, Collective Consciousness. This is Nicole Marie, your astrologer and transformation coach, using the tools of astrology, tarot, sound healing, and ritual to connect you back to your magic. And this is the weekly moon forecast for March 4th to March 10th, 2019. Now, as many of you know, I had done the March forecast and talked a lot about the themes that are occurring for all of us, and the majority of the transformations are actually happening this week. So I will go over in more detail the current transits happening for our transformation. So on March 4th, for this Aquarius moon, we had that energy over the weekend. So it was really about coming together in tribes and community and learning how you want to finish projects and, what you want to do together as a collective to work on the things for the world. Often we join in community to do projects together, to discuss what visions, what new projects needs to happen to better the world. Now, Tuesday until Thursday, the moon will be in Pisces. So on March 5th, Mercury goes retrograde in Pisces during Pisces season. In Pisces, first let's look at the archetype. Pisces is known as the healer of the emotions and of the mind, but like the deep mind, the subconscious, the deep psyche. And this is where all our creativity and all our memories and stories are held. And because we're going into retrograde, this is a time where we're really looking at past life memories, past life stories that our soul is awakening to us now in order to heal and empower. Also, our childhood dreams, what we expected of ourselves at such a young age on who we wanted to become, and kind of looking at what was that real dream really about when we all wanted to be astronauts or movie stars or saving the planet and being a marine biologist. What were those dreams that we were cultivating at such a young age, and how have we met those dreams today? Now, this is a really profound time to do, healing of the emotions and of the mind, doing some neurolinguistic programming, looking at your current life stories. So if you want to, work with life coaching techniques, I would also really recommend past life regression therapy, because you really look at where the themes that are going on in your life occur. And by doing a regression, you first go to the root cause of the problem, and then you kind of cause a soul retrieval. So you call back that soul, and you're able to look at it from a more divine perspective. So it really helps heal and calm down the cellular body. I also love working with sound. So helping the vibrations of your energy body to calm down, or to get activated, or to release negative patterns through sound. And then on Wednesday, we have a new moon in Pisces, and Uranus moves into Taurus. So last year on May 15th, Uranus moved into Taurus for the new moon in Taurus. So there was radical changes happening. Like, basically, Hawaii erupted with a whole new volcano, and a whole village of people lost their homes. But lava, that Uranus, that radical life-changing element of fire, and Uranus, Taurus, which is earth, which is the mother, and so much of Hawaii energy is the mother. So, now whatever themes that kind of occur then are going to be reawakening in our personal and collective lives. But what this Uranus cycle is starting is it's a new 7-year cycle. So it's destroying the old systems or looking at ways the old system doesn't work. And I'm talking about life habits, our daily routines, our eating habits, from our environmental awareness. There's like all these things that we need to evolve because the current system isn't really functioning. Like we have too much consumption, we have too much of this, so we just need to eliminate. So it's not about this big, destroying of the old. It's like, okay, what doesn't work anymore and how can we recreate a better system? And, we're going to personally feel this in all different aspects in our life. For me personally, the Uranus and Taurus is hitting my 5th house of creativity. So my creative stimulation is going to transform. And how do I want to build a new life cycle of my creation process? A lot of people could have it moving back into Taurus in their 2nd house, which is of money, of like re-looking at money structures. Some people are doing Uranus and Taurus in their 11th house, so their whole tribe is changing. For example, if you're a really spiritual person and hanging out with all your hippies, but all of a sudden now you kind of want to be in like the scientific crowd and you want to learn why is spirit important? Why don't they see spirit in all the things that they do? And so you can come in and bring your spiritual eyes into the scientific world and transform from within. So this is what I'm saying. There's going to be a new cycle beginning, and it's about a rebuilding. It's our core values need to evolve in order for our story to evolve. So this new moon in Pisces is really about letting go and healing these old stories that we have in order to rewrite a new story. And so what it really means, it's not about going back and wishing everything would be different. It's going back and changing our perspective of it. So this new moon, you'll experience a lot of emotional memories, a lot of stories where you felt like a victim. So Pisces is the healer and also the victim, meaning that after Pisces gives so much and does so much healing, there can be a point where there's this like sacrifice of the self, and then the self doesn't know how to take care of the self, and then the self becomes a victim and starts blaming others for their problems, blaming the world, blaming the government, blaming, all these certain situations in their life instead of taking responsibility for it. How do you take responsibility for it is your own method of awareness, your own method of transformation. And so really our victimhood is going to be up right now. We're going to want to blame others for the pain that we feel. And it's going to be a battlefield, an inner battlefield, I should say, of old expectations, this new life that wants to be born, the confusion on how to get there. And it's this inner chaotic storm that is causing us to change. And the change isn't this big radical new way. It's this slow integrated change. So, Uranus and Taurus creates radical change, but this is a time to slowly integrate. So if there is something that unexpectedly happens that day or within the next couple days and it just seems like the worst thing ever, it's a gift from the cosmos showing you it's making room for something new. And I know during the time it can feel like bullshit and anger and frustration, and let all of those emotions arrive and learn from them. So, okay, by Thursday, Aries will get back into the moon energy, so kind of get out of that really intense emotions, get into Aries, where it's just like, okay, let me find my clarity, let's have this new vision, let's integrate, let's dedicate, let's move forward. And by the weekend, We'll have some Taurus energy by Saturday evening. And Taurus is just a nice way, again, to do the things that we love, to be surrounded by people that we really enjoy, and to share our gifts and talents with the world and or just ourselves. Now, as you know, I love to pull the goddess card that will help guide us this week. And I pulled Bast, and she is independent. Your independence is a foundation for your strength and success. And I feel that this is where this Chiron in Aries has moved in through our life. And I really feel that we're kind of getting out of that Chiron Pisces, which was really, again, blaming others. What is our victim? How do we heal? And into Aries, which is like, okay, I just have to be self-reliant, I have to be my own hero. I can't wait for others to save me. I can't wait for someone else to, figure out my life or help me with my emotional trauma. Like, I need to take care of it. I need to go forward and know how to live the life that I want. Doesn't mean that you're doing it alone. Doesn't mean you don't have support or you don't get your guidance or your therapy from other people. It's just like, okay, I know I have to heal it. What tools do I need to use in order to achieve that? And so now let's dive in a little bit into the tarot for the week. So the overall energy for the week is 4 of Cups. And this is really about establishing strong emotional boundaries where we need to have discernment instead of doing the I will give everything, I will heal you in order to heal myself. But first, the self must be healed in order for us to do more healing. And it's not like we have to be fully healed and evolved in order to step into our power, but the major themes in our life, in order for us to heal others with their childhood trauma wounds, we should have an idea of how to heal our own. So this is usually where most healers come from, is that they learn a method or a tool in which that heals them, and then they get so excited they want to offer and to give this to others. The conflict for the week is 6 of Cups. So this is where our emotions are going to be intense, and 6 of Cups is like all these people on these high waves of, it's either pure joy or pure sorrow, and it's like trying to navigate the emotions in between, because there can be a lot of joy this week. As much as there's like a lot of emotional things going on, you could be totally blissed out and not seeing like all the reality of what's going on, but really just happy. That is also an option. And some people may feel the deep sorrow and the guilt and the shame. It really depends on where you are on your cycle and on your path, and not having a judgment of either or. Because the outcome is reverse 2 of Discs. And so this is showing that we were kind of doing this juggling act where we were like, okay, I'll put this many hours into my family, I'll put this many hours into my work, and wow, is it really being balanced? I'm trying to juggle maybe 2 relationships, like, the relationships with my family, but they're also the relationships with my friends. And there's kind of like a letting go of a project, a letting go of that juggle, and just kind of focusing on what really fulfills you. Sometimes we kind of need to step away from trying to do everything and be everything to everyone and just be ourselves. And this is what this Pisces energy is really asking us for, is just to be yourself. So the magic unicorn card for our everyday magic for the week is support. And the unicorn says, ask for help, get more rest, and nurture yourself. That's it. Just be kind to yourself. Be gentle. and learn to love yourself from such a deep place of self-acceptance. Now, if you'd like to learn more about how this week will personally empower you, you can email me at hello@nicolemarie.eu, or you can check out my website at nicolemarie.eu. Until then, dear hearts, be brave, for we are in a time of great transformation. And until then, I am just a message away. Blessed be.